The world is full of influencers. Some set out to become one, while others just changed the world and found the spotlight. This is their story.
So you exploded digitally after Sacred Games.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it was, and obviously it's now become this huge medium. But how was it? What was that like?
I can't remember it actually.
Yeah?
I really cannot. But I do remember these numbers monumentally going up every day.
Yeah,
and I was
milestones.
I felt like I had like some sort of a superpower and I had wings and I could fly and like things like that. Yeah. But then now, I think Malini says it really well, right? Like we've heard her speak about the power of influence and then taking the same people who you have that influence over. Yeah. Like turning, I'm becoming rude towards you. Yeah. Because now they feel they're entitled.
Correct.
Like, oh, that's who you are. Like that incident that we were speaking about, MI, that happened to me in person.
Right.
But imagine that times 100 happens online, on social media, where people think they have the power to say whatever they feel like to you, however they feel like. There is no absolutely no filter because they can't see you. And I love what Malini said, and she says this over and over again. Because it's so important to drive this point home. Never say something on social media that you would never say to someone to their face. And that is such an incredible learning for me. So
it's such a great way to go through life, right? Especially your life on social media.
Absolutely. Be responsible. Be accountable for the words you choose to say. How you choose to interact. And I think every feedback, you may like something, you may dislike something, that I get it. But there's always a way to put it forward.
Absolutely.
You do not go like, I will beat you with stick.
That should not be the...
I will break your stick.
Sure. But it's also a great way for you to build your personal brand, right? So did you then start looking at it like that? Once you hit those massive milestones and then you started, getting bigger on social media, did you look at it as something that you should build and cultivate?
I thought of it as another revenue stream. That's what I looked at it as, because I saw, people are doing this and this and this, and I can say, hey, Wild Drum. And people are interested to know what Wild Drum is because I said so. So good. So then it also again adds on this little responsibility and things like that. But I think today brands are also a little like skewed in their mindset with the number of followers kind of a thing. And also there is like a whole different segment that we were talking about.
Correct.
And that has generated and created out of nothing, just out of space. So you've got influencers. So you're an influencer, right? You're an influencer.
Correct.
Right? So I still like to go with the fact that I'm an actor.
Right.
And I do influencing, if that is a word, on the site.
Right.
But then I get to choose what products I pick.
Right.
So I will not be generic in my approach.
Right.
It would be something that I've used. It would be something that I would more or less
connect believe in.
And that allows me to share it. So then there is still that authenticity.
Sure, absolutely. Otherwise what's the point, right?
Otherwise, what's the point?
And that unfortunately is the issue with influencers and brands and people talking about influencers in a bad light, because they say, look, I mean, you can't always trust that influencers being authentic, and that's a major problem, right? Like for instance, we at Wild, for us, our reason for being is that we truly believe that every single person in the world is an influencer, because on some level you impact someone every day.
100%.
Number of followers don't matter. Right?
It truly doesn't. It truly doesn't. But I hope people have that sensibility and people tend to cultivate that sense of self so that they can do what they do with a little more authenticity. I think it would help the world that we're in, because if it's not tended to, then it's going to rot. And any system that's not paid attention to, any system that just comes out of nowhere and becomes something, would have its cracks.
Absolutely.
And it's so easy to like slip in the cracks. It's so easy. So I think at the end of the day, like for example, I do not believe being an influencer is an easy job at all. Oh my God.
100% it isn't, yeah.
You literally have to wake up and think of your next joke.
Yeah. Yeah, or your next fashion content, or your next, like dance routine, or whatever. I mean, there's so many things, and it's not
like
easy.
I know people who have like a day shoot where they like record like say 6 reels, 7 reels, and then they can post. It's a lot of hard work.
Yeah,
it's hard work. So respect.
Yeah, in fact, a lot of people kind of discount.
Easy.
Sorry?
I still want it easy.
Yeah, because for you, it's not mainstay, right? I mean, the whole idea is that, and the reason you were perfect for the show was because you did not set out to become an influencer. You just followed your passion, chased your dreams, and, became an influencer in the process. There you go. But do you get sucked into the numbers game?
Sometimes.
Yeah?
I'm human.
Does that dopamine hit or that dopamine chase, is that still there?
Not the chase, but sometimes I sit and wonder, is post ko sirf 1000 like kyun mila?
Yeah, sure.
Usko 10,000 like kyun mila? Then I've understood people only want to see my bikini body. It's true.
I mean, if you got it.
Do you remember this? I don't know. I think we're from the same generation, but do you remember there was this ad a long time ago? Oh, wait. I think it was Johnny Lever.
Okay.
Talking about it in one of his tapes.
Okay.
Because I used to listen to his stand-up comedy tapes.
Wow, okay.
So he said कि आज तो खूबसूरत लड़की को किसी चीज में भी डालो तो सामान बिक जाता है.
Right.
So he explained this whole thing. Where they, slam this mattress.
Right.
And then this girl wearing like a red dress lies on it and says, buy the mattress.
Right. Okay.
And I could never understand. And it was such an impact in my mind because I must have been like 16, 17 at that time when this happened. Or maybe younger even. Yeah. But to know that, no, we don't need to objectify ourselves to sell something. Yeah. Please wear a bikini. I do. I love it. I'm very confident of my body, as should everyone, like that lovely girl Sakshi.
Yeah.
Who blew out of nowhere because she was being herself. Yeah. She was not being concerned about how people will view her. Yeah. And I don't think anybody, as we said, goes out on a limb to say ki ye viral hoga. Yeah. But that's really interesting too when I said that, because I did a show called Going Viral.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
On Amazon, where people come to this office to become viral.
Sure. Yeah.
And I was watching the show like a couple of months ago, and I said, Anuvapal, man, so ahead of his time.
Yeah. That was a few years ago, right? How many years ago
was that? Before Secret.
Yeah, I know. But,
so when Anurag called me and said, "Tune kya kaam kiya?" I said, "Go see Going Viral." What is this?
Yeah. But now that you are like on social media and you're active and you're very prolific, in putting yourself out there, do you feel that you now have a responsibility and you have to be more careful of what you say online, or you're saying that, look, this is me living my life unapologetically, and this is who I am? Or are you conscious of the fact that you're now impacting people, and so you got to be careful?
I think there's an element of being kind.
Sure.
That's a really important element. You can't take that away.
Yeah.
And as I said, I may disagree with you.
Sure.
But I should be able to have the right words and vocabulary and tools to tell you that that's not
true. Yeah.
Like, for example, recently there was, and I don't know why it's still bothering me, so maybe I should do something about it. But I do remember a really popular digital handle that does a lot of interviews with film stars and reviews things and things like that. They put up a video which had the title, "I used to walk around naked."
Okay.
And that made me very uncomfortable because it was clickbait.
Right, of course. Yeah, but what was the post?
The post was about a colleague, a peer of ours.
Okay.
I think the question was somewhere around the lines of, how are you so confident with what you do?
Okay.
To that, her response was, I walked around naked looking at my reflection in the mirror. But
you took it out of context.
For me is so empowering.
Yeah.
But you just...
You reduced it to...
Reduced it and you made it so like... I used to walk around naked. Now everybody wants to go click.
Yeah. To see
what that is.
Yeah.
And I think that for me is disservice.
Sure.
And I think people who are at the helm of such decisions need to be more respectful and need to be more responsible with what they put out there.
Yeah. But unfortunately, that's I guess for them, they look at it as that's the nature of the business. I mean, this is who we are. We're selling newspapers. We're selling digital papers. We are, I don't know, a celebrity
It's like
blog.
a dealer saying, but I give you a good time and that's okay.
Exactly.
It's not
and unfortunately,
okay.
It's not okay. Exactly.
It's
But the problem is that.
okay.
Yeah. The problem is that, right? There's so many people justifying why. What they say, is I mean, their whole point is read the rest of the article. Like, but that's taking it out of context and saying what you feel like, and then
I also feel like increasingly everything needs to be like at some point like we tend to get attracted to catastrophe.
Yeah.
We tend to get attracted to someone's misery.
Yeah.
So we would read like a title that says malfunction.
Yeah. Immediately
we want to see what malfunction happened.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And then there is no malfunction.
Yeah.
But we are interested.
Right.
We've been, like for example, there was a time when I used to consume content about people falling.
Right.
It used to make me laugh.
Right. Yeah.
Right. But then I said, this is
crazy.
not helping me evolve.
Absolutely.
So when I stopped watching it, the algorithm stopped showing me shit.
Yeah.
Shit like that. Now it shows me kittens, and I'm very happy. I think it's a choice.
Sure.
You need to
absolutely.
be aware of what you want to watch.
Yeah.
What is it that you choose to receive?
Right.
What is it that you want to use in order to enable you grow?
Right.
And that's when you attract that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying walk around with blinders.
Sure.
No, walk around with awareness so much so that you know.
Yeah. What's happening around you? Yeah, for sure.
Like, I know this is like me meandering, but I met this person at the airport while coming back from Turkey, and I'm talking about last week.
Yeah.
So we went to a lounge. It was not the right lounge, so he was being directed. So I said, "Can I come with you?"
Yeah.
So I don't get lost again.
Yeah.
So he said, "Oh, yeah, sure." And then we started walking together, and he said, "Oh, so where are you going?" I said, "I'm going home. We're on the same flight."
Yeah.
Yes. I said, "Oh, are you going to Bombay as well?" No. Blah blah. I came to Turkey 3 months ago because I woke up to 700 phone calls because the Turkey earthquake took away from him 76 members of his own family.
What?
He lost his own brother, own brother's wife, sister-in-law, and own niece, and extended family. So he dropped everything that he was doing there, and he came down to Turkey, spent 3 months putting up tents, feeding people, giving people shoes and clothes and beds and food and everything, doing those rehabilitation services. And then he told me something that stuck with me, and this is why I think that it's so important to be more aware than just rely on news. He said that bodies will be moved from one place to another, and people would say, "Hey, good news, we found your father's body."
Right.
"Good news, we found your brother's body."
Right.
And I have goosebumps when I think
chills,
of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's all about perspectives.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think it's really important not to rely on clickbait because there is real emotion.
Of course.
There are real people going
involved
through
on the other
real
side.
things.
Absolutely.
And nobody really needs to know whether I was naked, wearing bikini,
I agree.
No, man.
Yeah, I agree.
I think there needs to be more solid content out there and not just like
this fluff.
Consumable, on the go, brainless.
Yeah. Which is
there is a time and place for that.
Sure.
Do it.
Yeah.
But that can't be your narrative.
I know.
That's how I truly feel about it.
I know, but as long as there's an audience for it, there will always be content created around it. That's the sad part of it.
It is sad, but is it in our hands to change it?
It is. It is. I'll tell you what.
I stop consuming it, they'll stop.
That's what I'm saying. As long as there are people consuming it, because I said this on some panels at once, that we all think of social media as this outside entity that came in and took over our lives. We are social media. If we want to see change happening, we and not place it outside of ourselves and we say, social media is a terrible place. We are social media. If you want to change, we have to start changing
because we are putting our lives out there.
Exactly.
And people are influenced by our lives out there.
Exactly.
They're influenced by what we think, what we say, what we wear.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you think of yourself as social media, stop doing bullshit. Stop trolling people. Which again, that's another thing, right? Because you must have gotten so much negativity. In fact, you must have got. I read about that whole thing about how people, kind of asked you, that entire phase. How did you handle that?
With a sense of humor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do without it. Yeah. I can't live without it.
I love what you said to that guy.
So this guy asked me, so madam, are you male, female or both? I said, no brother, I'm 3-in-1 that your mother uses in the kitchen. Gave him gold medal, end of story. Move on. Move on. One asked me for my pennies. I sent him a picture of pennies.
That was hilarious also.
Yeah. One guy asked me to marry him. I said, thoda intezar kar. Yeah. Like I deal with it that way. Because there's no point. They're operating from their sense of thinking. I hope everyone evolves. I mean, that should be the purpose for everyone.
Yeah.
But me living in the expectation that everyone is going to be at my level,
that's not going to happen.
So then either I set myself up for disappointment.
That's great.
Or I lower my expectations.
Yeah. No, and you're dealing with...
Or have none.
That's another way to go. Yeah.
Just have none.
No expectations from anyone.
Zero.
Yeah. But that's a great way to be, right? I mean, if you say that, look, I'm going to be take all of this with with laughter and with humor, screw them all. Yeah, that's one way to go.
Yeah.
But also,
I'm learning about hashtags. Yeah.
You're learning about hashtags.
Yeah. Some FYP apparently it works.
What?
I have no idea what FYP means.
What is FYP?
I have no idea.
FYP.
But apparently it works. You should put that in every photo,
really?
every reel, every story. Then you should hide it. Oh my God.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know how to do these things. And then they say hire a social media manager. I said, 1 second, you're living in Bombay, very expensive. I'll pay rent or social media.
Yeah.
Relax, I cannot do this.
But social media also gives you a platform to do good things.
Absolutely.
Like you've been a vocal advocate of the LGBTQIA plus community, and did that happen because of Sacred Games and because of the character?
Yeah.
And how do you then start taking an active kind of role in that whole community?
So, for example, when I did, as I told you, I only had like 5 days. Yeah. And those 5 days to 3 days, I was excited that
you were
who's
getting
going
the
to go
other 2
study
days.
in those 3 days.
Yeah.
I was really excited about doing this show. So I had like 0 to no preparation. Also, when you're on a set like Anurag's, you don't get a script in hand.
Right.
He's writing your lines while you're like
right. Okay.
I'll write. So I had no idea to approach this character. So I approached it as a human being.
Okay.
As a person.
Right.
And for me, my anatomy didn't restrict me from being the person that Kukoo was and how she was meant to feel certain things.
Yeah.
So that was a big bonus. And I think that resonated with people.
Yeah.
From the community and otherwise.
Yeah.
The people out of the community thought it was brave.
Right.
The people in the community were grateful and thankful that something like this happened on screen. And it gave them a voice.
Yeah.
So when that happened, they started reaching out to me via social media. But I think the time when my mind was fully blown was when there was Halloween and people were dressed like Kukoo.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's this person called Mervin.
Okay.
Who is the service person at Kitchen Garden and CZ.
Okay.
And they dressed up as Kukoo.
Really?
And they would send me, and I have had so many pictures coming to me.
Wow.
And that made me very happy.
That's amazing.
That made me so happy.
Yeah.
Because yes, when everyone's like trending and talking about it and everything, people are like, very good, very good.
Yeah.
But then when they've gone past that moment, like, kitna isi bare mein baat karega.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for me, it was a very personal thing that people were sharing. I was not using, their accomplishment or their moment of joy to, use my social media following. Saying, look, I am champion. I am not champion. Yeah. So when I did have my chance to give back, it was during Pride Month when I spoke with, the community. So I spoke with Shashant,, Munir, Luna. And, I spoke with Durga. And we had a Instagram live, which I called LGBTQIA for Dummies.
Okay.
Because I felt up until that point, I was a dummy.
Right.
I don't know what it means to be in the community.
Yeah.
And if I do want to learn, then I need to ask.
Right.
And if I ask the people in the community.
Sure.
And
Absolutely.
that is how I evolved into becoming an ally from being a bystander.
Sure.
And I think we all have it in us.
Absolutely.
The question is, do you have the curiosity or the interest?
Right.
So I think that served me, and that's how I was welcomed into the community.
And you use your platform really well to kind of, uplift the ideas and kind of the, the voice that they needed. You were able to provide that, and that's fantastic,
I get so excited when I see in the last year and a half.
Yeah.
All these incredible human beings who have their own brands, who endorse certain, conversations.
Yeah.
Sushant
is
has blown out of the stratosphere.
Completely.
And for not doing anything else, for just being themselves.
Absolutely.
I remember having a conversation with Luna because Sushant gave me Luna's number, and I was hesitant, and I was like stammering, and I said, how do I address you? Do I say, do I address you as he or she? And Luna said something so beautiful. She said, baby, call me anything, nah? Just call me with love. And I think that's what one needs to remember.
Absolutely.
By taking someone's stand, you are not doing anything great.
Just do it with
you are not trying to say, oh my God, look. No. They already have their share of, circumstantial issues. And when we say that, I mean, come on, our laws have just been changed. Our law, and I think even Kukoo and Gaitonde, they again had another breather and a new life when Section 377 was written off. So it's really important for us as human beings at large to have our ear to the ground. Because only then can you pick on what, because you cannot be a champion for everything.
Sure.
But what you do champion to be, can you do it with your 100%? If you can, I think your job and your purpose for that day has been met.
Sure. No, that's fantastic.
At least that's how I use it.
No, and it's fantastic, right? If you truly believe in it and you truly feel for doing, and you're doing it out of sheer love and with no agenda, and you have a platform and you're going to use it, I think it's fantastic. Because not everybody does, because a lot of people have the platform, but maybe not the intent, right?
Like you feel like it's okay, I can continue to blend in and give my consumer what they want. But I feel like when you're only giving and giving and giving, then you're going to run out of resources.
Completely.
We're running out of oil right now. What do you think? A reservoir of talent? You are not. Even volcanoes die.
I agree. It's true.
So I think,
but obviously all of this, brings a lot of expectation, right? I mean, the limelight always does that, right? Fame brings with it a lot of expectations as baggage as well, right? How do you, kind of stay true to yourself on social media, or whether it's in real life or, wherever you find yourself? How do you stay true to who you are? I know that you're very strong in that way, and you will not do anything outside of your own, areas of strength. But sometimes, are there moments when you feel, shit, now I have to do this because there's pressure, because either it's required for work or it's required for, is there, are there those moments?
Yeah, like sometimes I feel like, no, I don't want to talk about, things that I don't have full information about.
Right.
So, like, for example, if I'm not fully informed of something, then I wouldn't want to go out there and just be like, hi. So I learned this from a stand-up comedian called Anthony Jeselnik.
Okay.
He's on Netflix. You can watch him. He's a cynical and a very, what's the word? I'm forgetting. He's not satire.
Okay.
But he's offensive humor.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And you're prepared.
Right.
Because that's what you're going in to watch.
Yeah.
So this entire show was called Thoughts and Prayers.
Okay.
So it's like how we all take our phones, and there was an earthquake in Turkey, and we say, oh, my thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
But we're really not doing anything for it, right?
Yeah.
Also, we don't know what's happening.
Sure.
So I feel like to have a firm standing on social media and to be reliable on social media, then you need to have full knowledge of everything. I tend to not react. I tend to respond. I try to use kindness. And I also don't necessarily speak under pressure. So I get a lot of phone calls. Aap aa jaiye na madam debate mein.
Debate?
Why? What kind of you have these debates, no?
But you've been invited for those?
Yeah, of course. I say no, thank you.
Really?
Well, I don't want to be yelled at.
Yeah, of course. Arnab Goswami.
Imagine you invited me and started yelling at me.
Nation wants to know.
Which wants to know? How I cannot.
Right.
So I try not to do that.
Right.
So it's true that one may think that there is a lot of pressure, or, whatever that works around that. But I feel it's important for you to know that this is my boundary. And boundary is really for yourself, not for others.
Sure, absolutely.
So this isn't. But if I feel something about a particular matter very strongly, then I will do my reading about it. And then I will talk about it.
Right.
And I don't know, I have this thing that has been attached to me कि आप बड़े vocal हैं.
All right.
आप social media पे बड़े vocal हैं. But I don't think I go about trashing people or hurting people.
Yeah.
I ask things with a question mark. Funny.
Right.
You tell me. And things like that.
Right.
So there is an involvement.
Sure.
There is a point of view.
Yeah.
But I remember, I think it was 2017 or something, when I attended a conference, and I'm not even joking, the social media conversation has been happening for like the last 13 years about whether it's Bain, Boon, is it going to replace main marketing? Blah, blah, blah. It's been happening for a while, right? So it's not new. This, there is a predicament, how do we approach it? No, we've been trying to have answers to this for a while. We've all been curious.
And unfortunately, it's been evolving faster than people are understanding. So, sure.
Right?
Totally.
And everybody's like, let me dive nose first into this. Like, we do all of it. But I think that it's like I remember my friend today, Parry Singh, who used to head Twitter at that point, said how a hashtag saved people's lives during a flood in India.
Oh, really?
So I feel like when social media is actually used towards a meaningful and a purposeful way, then
it's got
it
massive
has
power.
Immense power. Immense power. Of course, you use it to laugh and watch a dance and a song. You do all of that. But knowing what this tool is
it's incredibly powerful.
And I feel like that's something that even I'm learning as I grow.
I think most people are, right? Even if you have like 100 million followers, you still learn different things and nuances about human behavior, to be honest, every day. Every single post teaches you something new. And it's incredible. As never before has there been a medium that can give you so much of instant kind of gratification, and people kicking you when you're down as well. So
100%.
Yeah. So
you deserve to die.
Exactly. Don't even live anymore.
Don't live only, die. Wow, no.
But having gone through all of this, all these experiences later, was it everything you dreamt of?
I think I said this. There have been moments that have been so aha for me that I have believed that so many realities of mine have been larger than my imagination even. Yeah, I couldn't even imagine them. And they are here. We all have goals, but I feel like our goals and dreams are also like so like, itna hi kar sakte.
Sure.
But then when you chase them fearlessly and you keep achieving one dream after the other, automatically the universe gives you more. And then I feel what keeps you firmly planted and helps you sustain that is gratitude.
Right.
So I'm very grateful for everything that has happened so far. That was so good.
Yeah.
I said that so well.
So well. Yeah. That's beautiful. It was very heartfelt.
No, it really was, wasn't it? I was not trying to make a statement, but it happened.
Totally heartfelt.
But like, I'm really grateful for every learning that has come across my way, every achievement that's come across my way, every stumble.
Something blocky.
Everything has enabled me to be the person I am today. And if I'm not looking at my life with regrets, then I think it's a life well lived. And I continue to live with that gratitude. So I feel like it's all heading in the right direction.
Right.
Mark my words.
And that's why the one big takeaway I'm going to reiterate is that for me the greatest learning from your book was that life is the inception of many realities. And that was so beautifully said. And I have to say, this has been absolutely amazing.
To be shy, shake our hands now. Nice doing business with.
No, you're now a legit influencer. We're gonna do what influencers do.
What?
Create a reel.
Oh, that's what we do.
That's what we do.
We have to dance or what?
No, I'll tell you what we have to do.
Okay.
You guys stay tuned. We're gonna go and come back with the Wild Drum Reel of the Day with the one and only Kubbra Sait. That was so much fun.
So much fun!
Right? All right, we're going to do the emotions challenge with Kubbra Sait. She's going to read out a dialogue, and I'm going to tell her what emotion to narrate the dialogue in.
Oh, okay.
All right, here we go. The first one.
Okay.
You have to do that confused.
Now you just flipped it around.
Yes, that was the idea. Do it.
एक चुटकी सिंदूर की कीमत तुम क्या जानो रमेश बाबू ईश्वर का आशीर्वाद होता है एक चुटकी सिंदूर सुहागन के सर का ताज होता है एक चुटकी सिंदूर
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. That was really good. That was really good. Okay, okay.
I was a bit too nervous.
Okay, that was really good.
I don't have backstory to this character.
That was really good. Okay.
Okay.
Do the which one? The second one. And you got to do it. Angry.
मैं उड़ना चाहता हूँ, दौड़ना चाहता हूँ, गिरना चाहता हूँ, बस रुकना नहीं चाहता.
Fuck, that was really good. That was really good. Okay, last one. The second last one, but you got to do it laughing profusely.
शादी साल चल मिले यार, वो 50 साल की fucking die. अरे लाइफ में थोड़ा बहुत कीमा भाव, तंगड़ी का अंकल होना चाहिए ना.
You nailed it. Nailed it. Nailed it.
We
nailed
got
it. You got it. Thank you so much. That was so much fun. That was so much fun.
Share this reel.
This was really good, no? This is really good. That was so much fun. That was so much fun. And thank you so much for being on the show. Did we just shake hands?
Because we're so far away now, we get up and like, no, the eyeline changes. I'm professional.
I'm kidding. Yeah.
I'm actor. I understand the responsibility. It's hard.
This is why.
Bro.
This was why this was so much fun, because this is Kubbra Sait, and this was unapologetically Kubbra Sait. You guys, make sure you read Open Book. You want to get it at a store near you,
or just go
online.
Yeah, you'll find it.
Absolutely, it's a fantastic book. You won't put it down, and you're going to hear so many more extensions of the versions of the story that she told us, and you're going to love it.
Thank you.
Thank you for being on my show. I loved it.
Me too.
And as a token of our appreciation, this is a little goodie box from our sponsor, Wild Drum.
Ooh!
It is a bunch of it's hard seltzers, which are low fat, guilt-free alcoholic beverage.
Really?
Yeah, vegan.
I can drinks on my way out.
Yeah, totally.
Amazing. Ooh, I like it.
Yeah.
Ooh, and it's got t-shirts.
Yeah.
I love t-shirts.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And they're vegan, guys.
Yeah, they're vegan as well.
So cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank
All right.
you. And we have to sign book also.
Yeah, we have to sign the book as well.
I'll keep this here.
And as a little gift
Yes.
for our viewers today,
Yes.
one of you is going to be lucky enough to get a signed, autographed copy of Open Book from Kubbra. Here we go. Will you please do the honors?
I would love to. Thank you so much.
There's going to be a contest out there that you're going to get the opportunity to take part in, and you get this. There we go.
Thanks for watching the interview, and congratulations.
Awesome. You're going to love this. You guys are going to love this.
There you go.
Super. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
One of you is going to be lucky enough to get this. All right.
Hey.
Thank you very much again, and we'll see you soon.
I'll see you soon.
All right.
Where are we going this weekend?
That's it. The Accidental Influencer is presented by WYLD, a Visa-powered payment card that allows anyone with as little as 1,000 followers on Instagram to encash their influence with every purchase. It's as simple as buy, post, and earn. This show is powered by Wild Drum, India's first hard seltzer brand, a low-cal, vegan, and gluten-free alcoholic beverage. We're shooting at the gorgeous Koi bar at the Penthouse at the St. Regis, Mumbai, our venue partner for the Accidental Influencer. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and share it, and subscribe to our channel for more on the Accidental Influencer, and follow at getwild.in on Instagram to know more about WYLD. I will see you in the next episode.
WYLD.